Hey everybody, it's Miss Marjon. Got a new look and everything, right? You weren't expecting this, right? Pretty sharp. Shout out to my glam squad, G, the short hair slayer, and everybody that did my manicurist Ben and nail six, and then my eyebrows and so forth. But anyway, y'all, I want to tell you, got a great show today. It's just me. I'm going to talk about what the convo is with Miss Marjan. Also, I'm going to do a 60-pound challenge check in. And then guess what? Your girl got a new client, y'all. Excited about that. Just give you a little spill about that, kind of like. And then also, we going to do some real talk. And today's real talk is learning to slow down or else. All right. So let's go ahead with the intro. And then, hey, don't touch that down. We're coming right back. We're going to talk about all that juicy stuff. All right. Here on the Convo with Miss Marjan. All right, everybody. Well, I love sunlight, so the lighting is all over the place today, but it's okay. That's you see, I got the sunlight, I got a window here, I got lights here, but anyway, I had to get me some vitamin D and everything. So, for those of you who are watching live on Facebook and all that and YouTube, I'm just so excited to be here with you today and everything. All right, make sure you share it with somebody else and all that good stuff. But anyway, with this type of show, first of all, before I tell you about the convo, there's two things I want to let you know about. First of all, please drop a comment in the comment section. All right. This is an interaction thing. If I can't get to it right now live, then guess what? I'll get to it later. All right. Also, I want to share with you my website, the link tree /Miss Marjan. So that's linktr.ee /Miss Marjan. All right. And on there, it's a one-stop shop. It has everything from some of the projects I've worked on as far as podcasts for the city of Royal Oak here in Michigan, a nice little cute ritzy city here in Michigan. Also, it has that episode where I was on the Drew Barrymore show. Also, some interviews that people have done of me and my bio. And also, it has an opportunity, it has a link where you could go ahead and be a guest on my show here, The Convo with Miss Marjan. All right. So let me go ahead and take off these glasses so you can see me. But anyway, yeah, like I said, on the Linktree website, it has everything. So if you want to be a guest on my show, if you want to see what I've done first or follow me on social media, it's all right there on the Linktree website. Okay, Miss Marjan. Also, I have a waiver. Let me tell you, for any of y'all want to get into podcasts, and I'll talk about that in a few minutes, you got to make sure you make stuff legal, right? So shout out to my legal team who helped me put together, compile this waiver. So guess what? You want to be a guest on my show? It's just like if you was to be a guest on Tamron or Jennifer Hudson or Sherry. I know Sherry's not coming back on after this season, but still, any show, Kelly Clarkson, even Drew Barrymore, you got to sign a waiver. All right. So all that information is on the website. All right. Also, my social media is right there at Miss Marjan. That's my Facebook and all that. All right. So let's start off. Info on the Convo with Miss Marjan. What is the Convo, Miss Marjan? What's the 411 and all that good stuff? And I'm here to tell you, y'all, that the Convo with Miss Marjan is a talk show and podcast. All right. It features conversations about life, personal growth, faith, relationships, community issues, everyday experiences. And it's gonna be, or it is, on YouTube and Facebook Live. All right. Well, sometimes I'm live and sometimes I'll be pre-recorded, but it just so happens the first episode, which was last week, and this episode I'm live. But sometimes I may pre-record and air it on a certain date. All right. Now, starting in April, you won't see this. This is my studio at home or what room, but you won't see this in April. I'll be in the studio because guess what? It'll be springtime and I don't have to deal with this snow in Michigan. All right. And now once in April, when I go to the studio, it'll automatically be once again on YouTube and Facebook, but also it will be on Xfinity Cable and Wild Cable. All right. So that's the agreement that I have on working out with them as well. All right. Now, another thing I want to share with you, episodes. Like I told you overall what the convo is, but it will be personal reflections and life updates on the 60-pound challenge. You know, I'm doing this 60-pound challenge thing. So that's what I'll be talking about on the convo with Miss Marjon. Also, I'll be having conversations with various guests from all walks of life, anywhere from personal development. I'll be interviewing community leaders, entrepreneurs, game changers, you name it. People doing stuff in the community, whether it's here in Michigan, where I'm based out of, or anywhere in the world. You don't have to be in Michigan to be on my show. All right. So let's be clear about that. Also, we'll be talking about like culture, social issues, real life experiences. If you got a testimony, then this is the place. If you want to talk about certain things, this is the place. Where it might not fit if you want to talk about like hardcore religion stuff and politics. I'm really trying to stay away from those two things. All right. But anything else that's clean, and I got to be clear because this is also in a partnership with nonprofits. So it's got to be clean. It's not about promoting your event. Now, I want to be clear. I will not be promoting events because of the contract that I've signed with Xfinity and Wild Cable. All right. That is not this kind of show. I've had some people ask me about that, and I get it because you know, hey, you got an event come up, you want to promote it, but this is not the platform for promoting any kind of thing. Now if you got a book, we can talk about it and we can give your website. But if you got something that you are trying to do direct promotions, this is not the podcast for it. This is about hearing life stories, narratives, and help building your brand. Let's put it like that. All right. Also, motivational, encouraging conversations. All right. So that is what the Convo with Miss Marjon is all about. As far as when I'll be dropping episodes, whether they're live or pre-recorded, it will be weekly. All right. Right now, Sunday seems to work, live or pre-recorded. All right. So I'll usually try to drop somewhere. I know last week it was around 6:30 or I don't know. I think I dropped around 6 o'clock. Now it's 4:30 Eastern Standard Time. So I'll come up with a standard time. But right now, the fact that you see my face, my pretty little face, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm doing something because Miss Marjon is a busy person. I am a busy person, y'all. And it has gotten super, super ridiculous. And the thing is, now I want to talk about the 60-pound challenge. All right. So the 60-pound challenge, I started it back February the 1st, right? And it's going up to my birthday, my 52nd birthday, which is November 2nd. All right. So by the time I turn 52, I plan on being, honey, hopefully in the 190s. Ain't no hopefully, I will be. I can watch me, right? So I'm being hopeful. I had to catch myself. See, life, it is what it is. So I will be in the 100s, all right, by the time I turn 52 in November. And so each week I'm giving you an update, real talk about what's going on. Life be life. I'm just going to be honest with y'all. I have not been drinking my water like I should. I have not been getting my steps in like I should. Now, the one thing I will say, I've improved my eating. I have cut my portion sizes down tremendously. And I weigh myself either Saturday or Sunday. Now, at first I was not telling y'all I was only going to weigh myself on Sundays. But I weigh myself Saturday, okay? Because I knew I had a busy weekend with events and stuff like that. So I weighed myself yesterday. And I am here to tell you, from last week to this week, I am down 2 pounds. So I'm doing Ozempic I'm being honest. 1 milliliter, I think, ml. Okay. I'm being transparent on it. I'm doing Ozempic, but this week I know I've got to get. I keep sounding like a recorder, right? I got to get those steps in. I got to get, making sure I'm staying within 1,200 to 1,400 calories with, a nice amount of protein, involved. Also getting at least 64 ounces of water. I went before coming up here to the studio and got my water in. I filled it up to the brim. So this right here is like 40 ounces. So you'd imagine if I was able to drink all of this, your girl is doing good. All right. So that is the 60-pound check-in. Lost 2 pounds this week. And I know that I'm going to have to be strategic and get on my game and be consistent, because some weeks I may not lose. I may gain. I may stay the same, but I am getting down and down. Now, one week I did gain. It was like 0.7. It wasn't even a pound, but I still gained. So I'm being so honest and transparent with y'all, like nobody's business. All right. Also, with the 60-pound challenge, man, I found some old pictures, and I know my buddy, I'll talk about him later. Tony was like, "Remember when you did that goat yoga?" Yes, y'all. I I'm gonna do goat yoga this year, and if you want to get down with me to do goat yoga here in Michigan, or maybe you got goat yoga. Goat yoga is everywhere probably by now. Put a comment in the comment section. If you're gonna do goat yoga with me this year, put a comment. Say, Marjon, I'm there. Let me know when you're going. And we'll do it in the summertime, because we got to make sure the last snow hits here in Michigan and other places. And we got to make sure we're definitely in the spring summer phase before we go get out there with the goats. All right. But y'all, I'm gonna repost those pictures of me with the goats. And I'm talking about where this was a situation, y'all, where I was out in the country, like near Ann Arbor, Michigan, near U of M. And I am telling you, y'all, I was scared. The first time I went by myself. The second time I had like about 7 high school buddies and childhood buddies come with me. But the first time, y'all, I had no idea what to expect. I had seen Kevin Hart and one of the Kardashian sisters. I think it was Chloe. They went and did yoga, goat yoga, in a studio in LA. But I didn't know what to expect by being on a farm outside. And I ain't gonna lie to you, if you're not in the farm animals, then don't sign up for it. Just live vicariously through me and somebody else, okay? Or the people that agree to do it. But I'm here to tell you, y'all, I kid you not, it was times I was like doing some yoga poses, and man, them goats would jump on my back. But let me tell you, their hoofs felt better than any kind of massage therapy you could get. Okay. So I'm here to tell you, man, that goat yoga uh, was a whole different kind of feeling. All right. And yeah, it was a couple times they were pooping and peeing, not on any of the people. They did it, but they did it very close to you, so you had to kind of make sure you didn't have your hands or legs near them. And there was time they were trying to chew on my yoga mat and my water bottle, but after a while they look kind of cute in their own kind of ugly kind of way, right? Okay, all right. So you get the gist of it, all right? So I'm telling you, through this journey from now until November, I'm going to start doing some lives. I'll check in, but now that the weather's breaking, that's why you see the sun in my eyes. I love the sun, so bear with me. This is not how you should podcast, but hey, I'm doing what I want to do. All right, it's my podcast, right? And I love y'all, and ain't nothing you can do about it. But anyway, I am going to do things like goat yoga. I might even jump out of a plane at this point. Who knows? Take some aerobics classes, some swimming classes. Hey, you tell me in the comment section or a little chat section, what should I do? What's some ideas? Drop a comment. What's some activities that you found that are different? I even thought about, I don't know, make a comment in the comment section if you've done pickleball. See, I'm thinking about doing different kind of stuff. Now, I'm not trying to. My cousin, bless her heart, Barbara Lynn, I'm going to call her out, sent me something about a marathon, the 26 or 13-mile marathon that they have down in downtown Detroit. Now, I'm gonna be honest. I've done a marathon, but it was not 13 miles. It was like maybe 5K, which is what, 3 miles, and I was good off of that. All right. I'm good. That is not a bucket list item for me. Okay. Okay. So I'm just here to tell y'all, drop a comment if you got any suggestions on any good activities for the spring and summer. All right. And because I'm hoping by time October, November, it's not quite winter, it's like fall, it'll still be some nice weather. All right. So please, please, I'm excited. Like I said, I thought about pickleball. I'm going to do goat yoga. I don't know. Swimming, do some swimming. You know what I'm saying? And really get out there and have a ball. All right. For those of you just joining, I'm Miss Marjon. I'm talking about the 60-pound check-in. I lost 2 pounds this week. And by the end of the month, I'll do a tally. All right. So please give me some ideas. Also, I want to drop my website again. It's also in the caption of this post, of this podcast post. So if you want to reach out to me any kind of way, if you just want to know what is Miss Marjon up to, what is her social media platforms, check out my website. All right. I didn't want to give y'all a whole bunch of information, and then next thing you know, you just like whatever. Okay. Now, I want to talk about my new client that I signed and everything. I'm super, super excited. I'm not going to give you their name just yet because I didn't even ask them, could I? But I am so excited about, I'll say, Leon and his team. They are doing some amazing nonprofit work. And the reason why I'm bringing them up is because I want to plug myself. You know what I'm saying? In a way that I can. I can't, remember, I can't promote, right? We can't promote. I just told you I can't be a hypocrite. But Miss Marjon is open. I'm open to helping you build your brand, helping you with your podcast, and let's talk offline what all that looks like and means. I am so excited about this new client because it feels good when people appreciate your worth and your craft. Um, I gave them an invoice quote. We had an initial meeting. They met with their board, and I slapped the price on there. And I didn't know what to expect. And this is for somebody who's maybe looking to get into their own business, or maybe you got a job, but you're looking to do some entrepreneurial stuff on the side. I'm telling you, my client paid me in 15 minutes the deposit, and it was a nice amount of money. So it helped a sister get her hair done and the nails done and all that. Okay, pay some bills off. You sure I said pay some bills off? So do not shortchange yourself when it comes to your gift and your talent. All right. So I'll be sharing some more information. In fact, I'm probably going to have them on here to help train them because guess what? They paid me to produce their first podcast, a nonprofit out of Michigan. So I am super duper excited. You know what I'm saying? So I am, shout out to Leon and his crew. He knows who he is. By next week, maybe I can give you their name and start walking through that journey, have them come on and talk about the journey of or the process of putting together a podcast. So also, you see my website, reach out to me. If you want to do a podcast, if you want to start by being a guest, start there and then see if it's for you. And I'm all about sharing. I'm not about, well, I ain't going to share nothing with anybody. I don't want nobody to know what I do. Okay. Make sure, even if you don't, hey, drop a comment if you want to instead. Okay. If you don't want to go to the link tree, drop a comment. Say, Marjon, I want to learn about podcasting. I'll reach out to you offline. Hey, you see, I didn't say, hey, whatever. I'm just indirectly letting you know, reach out to me about podcasting. Let's talk about it first. It's not a promotion thing. I'm just letting you know I want to share this gift that I have. And a shout out to CMM TV in Oakland County, Michigan. In Michigan, they call me the Queen of Convo. And I'm not saying that to brag. I am so humbled by that brand or that title. Okay. And I want to help people because I believe so many of us out here have a story to tell. We got some serious episodes waiting to be produced. All right. So with that, shout out to my new client that signed yesterday. They signed not only, let me tell you, Leon, I'm about to call them out a little bit. Not only did they sign the contract, not only did they send me graphics, they paid their deposit. And we are going to produce their podcast and do it within a month. Boom. That's how you do the doggone thing. All right. So with that, let's talk about the last topic. Because I see the sun is coming in and out of my eye, and that is, let me get a swig of water, y'all, because now the sun is everywhere. Let me pull this shade down just a little bit, y'all. You see, I'm ghetto with it. Yeah, that's how we do on the podcast here. Sometimes you gotta know how to pivot, right? Okay. Okay. So you see, I had to kind of, close it down a little bit. But anyway, let me turn over here a little bit because, oh Lord, it's even worse, ain't it, y'all? Let me wait, stay with me, y'all. I'm gonna close it down all the way. Oh no, maybe we got to put it up a little bit. Don't we got to put it up a little bit, y'all? But anyway, the last part is real talk, like nugget stuff. Okay, nugget stuff, real talk. Learning to slow down or else, y'all. I wish I had gotten. Let me see the information. All right, of the person, and it's probably best I don't have it with me right now. But y'all, there is a lady. I saw this, and this lady was some kind of what is it? Like, let me see here. I want to make sure I get this right. She basically, let's see here. Um, let's see here. Shout out to K Mac, who's here. She's on the. I don't know if she's watching. K, if you listening, you make sure you drop something real quick. Whatever. K Mac is watching, and she said, "So proud of you. So proud of you, sis." She's gonna be on the podcast as well. You see, the lighting is better now, y'all. You got to know how to pivot. But the thing is, yeah, Kay, I see you, I see you, I see you. So you gotta let me know when you're ready to come on, Kay, and everything, because we'll make it do what it do. All right. But here's the thing, y'all. Real talk. Learn to slow down or else. There's a lady, and she was out of what, Nashville. She was an entrepreneur, had like a soul food restaurant. If you know who I'm talking about, drop her name in the chat. Help me out. I'm getting older, right? I'm getting older, y'all. I can't be, sometimes it is what it is. You need some help, right? And so with that, this lady, they said, like so many of us, life be lifing. And I'm telling you, it be so much going on, and next thing you know, you're tired, you're lethargic. And this lady was working Monday through Sunday at her restaurant in Nashville. And that's so many of us. We put ourselves last. I'm gonna turn the camera. And what happened was she complained that she was just so exhausted. Haven't you had a situation like that, y'all, where you just so exhausted and you're so tired? Enough is enough. And she finally said, "You know what? I'm going to go home." And they were like, "Thank God," probably. I'm exaggerating. I'm telling this story. And lay down. And guess what? She went home and lay down and never woke up. She passed away. And I'm so tempted because I want to make sure that I get this information to you. And I know I probably should have had it up already because it's like I'm going to say restaurant, um, black restaurant owner. How about that, y'all? Owner dies. Google and all this other, from being tired. Hopefully it comes up with her name, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Chef Quita Cole. All right, she took 3 days off and never woke up. Quita, rest in paradise, Queen. Look her up, Chef Quita Cole. Quita, Quita Cole, Cole. My girl, they said she had been working 7 days a week, overwhelmed and exhausted, and she was only 40. Y'all hear what I'm saying? So I'm telling y'all, we got to do better, man. I'm telling you, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. And so I know you're probably wondering, like, okay, Miss Marjon, where are you going with this, right? And I'm trying to keep up my live here on Facebook. I'm telling you this because it gets to a point of where um you got to take some time for you. You know what I mean? You got to seriously take some time for you, or else you may not have, your time may be up. You know what I'm saying? So I am just thankful in everything that even this week, I have a busy schedule with my regular day job, right? Monday through Friday. And sometimes I'm noticing that these people will trickle over into Saturday. And I'm going to tell you something. From here on, I'm getting ready to cut all communication off from work after 5 o'clock on Friday. Because my thing is, unless we are building ventilators or missiles or oxygen tanks, there is nothing that's that important that you can't wait till Monday, 8 o'clock in the morning. But I got some coworkers and people who just think you should be readily available 24/7. And that's one thing I'm going to commit to as far as slowing down, because I've been that one, like a workaholic, and I have some workaholish ways. You know what I'm saying? So now Friday 5 p.m. I'm cutting it off. And if somebody says I try to call you, I try to text you, I try to email you, I'm gonna be like, oh well. And that's another thing. I do contract work, so my thing is after 5 o'clock on Friday, if I'm not getting paid, it shouldn't be nothing that we got to talk about or discuss. So that's one thing I'm doing. Let me know in the comment section, what are you doing? What are you doing to as far as it pertains to learning to slow down or else? I'm gonna tell you, last year I had to pull over and call the ambulance for myself. Yeah, I had to call the ambulance and go to emergency because I was so dehydrated, tired. I couldn't even. I've started like going in and out, and I thought when the ambulance came, they were gonna tell me, "Oh, you fine, your vitals." Oh, they was like, "Your blood pressure is sky high." They was like, "It's a good thing that you called us, or else we don't know what could have happened." So after that experience last year, I was like, mm-mm, mm-mm. When I feel my body is overwhelmed, I stop. I ain't gonna lie to you. I took a pause today. I didn't go to church. I slept in. I got myself kind of together. I looked at church online. Don't judge me, right? What up, though? But that's what I did. All right. So, y'all, I'm telling you, stick with me on this journey. If you want to, if you think you need to, if you know you got to, go to my website and get on there and apply to be on the show. Also sign the waiver, because you can't be on the show unless you sign the waiver, all right? But go to my website, Linktree /Miss Marjon. Now keep in mind there's a period in between the R and the first E. So it's linktr.ee. Yeah, a little funky like that, all right? /Miss Marjon. And I'm telling you, we can rock with it. We can do the doggone thing and get on this podcast. As you can see, y'all, I'm telling you, I do 30-minute shows because that's part of my contract. See, that's another thing. We do things in order and decency, okay? So I do like a 30-minute, anywhere from 28 minutes to 30 minutes so the studio can use it. And that's all to it, y'all. I love you. I love you. Ain't nothing you can do about it. I'm telling you, I'm so excited about this season. This is my second episode for the podcast. It's a relaunch because I've done it before, but I got to stay fresh for my clients, for y'all. And this is the best way to do storytelling, telling the narrative, whatever it is. If you got somebody else's story you want to tell, this is how you do it. And I'm going to help you. If you want to get on this show and tell your story, make sure you contact me at that website at the bottom. All right. So until next time, guess what, y'all? I love you. And ain't a doggone thing you can do about it. All right. All right. I'm giving y'all all a kiss. Until next time, next Sunday, right? I'll either be live or pre-recorded. And as far as time, work with me because my schedule is cray-cray. Imagine, I am always booked. I don't have a dull moment, okay? I don't get bored. All right. So take care, y'all. I love you. I love you. And share this episode with everybody, y'all. Okay. Reach out to me. Don't forget. Take care.